Hello and welcome to another Maplestory 2 video. I know it's going to be a bit out of touch when it comes to the visuals on the video, but today I just wanted to bring up some few stuff and how everyone changed their mind, etc. So first off, I do want to show off the image over here. It's the Codex DPS meter, I guess, for the clear, that they have like 8 minutes remaining as well. And for those that are interested, you'll be able to see how much each person dealt, and just in rough shape on how each class did in their Chaos Raid or Chaos Devrak run. But as we can see on the top, we're gonna see Slug at 128 million total damage. That's pretty insane. A lot of people will be questioning or wondering what kind of build are you using as a Berserker, and the only thing I can just confirm is that each one of us, or most of us in the Codex, are using the Groundbreaker build. So yes, it is spin to 10 stacks and then try to keep the stacks up all the time while you slam onto the boss. I did not check because I couldn't see the skill effects on Blink's stream, but if they are using Earthquake, then obviously you're gonna need to spend the minimum amount of skill points to reach the Earthquake if they are using it. So that's just a heads up for those that are trying to copying the build. But I made a build. I did make a build like long time ago. I updated it like 10 days ago, as it says, or uploaded it. I personally go with this build, or my own personal preference. As you can see, my build is roughly decent, I guess. I do about 7.2 million on the dummies in the Chaos lobby, and I also do about 6 million if I try to enter alone, attempting Chaos Devrak. So 6 million times 10 minutes, that's roughly 60 million. I'm not even close to what they have on the screen on the top left. So there are some things that probably would need to be changed, or maybe it's because of the equipments that I need to replace, because it does matter a lot depending on your equipments. If you need to have your let's say your damage to boss, your piercing, your physical piercing, etc., that matters a lot. Another thing is you can use some few items available in game, such as tonics, whetstones, anything that boosts your damage up. That matters a lot as well for your total damage when you do Chaos Devrak. It's kind of hard to do that right now because you have trust issues if you're going to be able to clear if you're joining a pug, for example. But if you do feel like you managed to get pretty far and you're about to clear it but you lost because of the time, that's when I would recommend trying to aim for as highest damage possible as you can get by using those consumable items. Now, going off with the build, it is spin 10, Groundbreaker 10, minimum requirement to max out the Warrior Instinct, and then we have 1 blood price. I'm not sure if it's worth it at this moment, or if I should even bother with Earthquake, for example. But let's say if we do remove either one of these, it's going to be spent on Greatsword Mastery and the remaining points into the Bloodlust, or vice versa, remove the Earthquake and Intimidation and the Deep Wounds, put them on the Greatsword Mastery, boost up the damage for Blood Price and or Bloodlust as well. Now, it might be a little bit different for some of you that might be thinking, oh, I'm not spinning, I'm just spinning for the 10 stacks. You could reduce the points, remove 6 points, I believe, from the spin, and then place it on whatever points that you want to spend it on. It's just, do whatever you want and see which one works out for you. But this is like a personal build for me, that I have my spin and my Groundbreaker at maxed, because it just feels easier to do some normal dungeons, including hard dungeons, and Chaos Direct seems to be working well for me as well. let's see. We do have another build, which is the classic one. Literally means that we're not spending any points into Earthquake, and it will showcase something like this. It will have the blood price at 3 at least, because your bloodlust is maxed out in this case. You could argue about which one you want to prefer. You could swap out some points from bloodlust and add it more to the blood price. This is like a classic Groundbreaker build, pretty much. We also have the Void Slash build, and you know, I think it's fallen off. A lot of people changed the build recently for Chaos Dervac. Some of you might still use Void Slash. It's really personal preferences, but I notice a lot of people are trying to follow the meta or follow what other people are doing. And you know, I do believe Blink has said that Slag was using Groundbreaker build, so now everyone's gonna try to convert themselves to Groundbreaker instead of using Void Slash. Now going off with this. We can see in the chat, for example, there are some few people that are talking a little bit, and they have changed the build, I believe. Yeah, for example, over here we do see some people talking about they're trying out other builds just to see which one is better for Chaos Dervac, which is nice that they're trying to help out the community and see which one works out the best. We also have, let's see, some people are like, I don't use blood price. You know, it's a lot of things that you want to think about, and a lot of people don't feel like it would give you enough damage boost and so on. Let's see. Yeah, so over here Philway says most of the Berserkers here use Groundbreaker build. That wasn't like that in the official Discord, like before Chaos Ray came out. It was all about Void Slash. People said Void Slash, Void Slash. There's YouTube videos out there saying Void Slash, and here I am. You know, I did some testing for you guys, and I was like, yeah, Void Slash is okay for dummies and for certain hard dungeons, but when you do the ads, or if you're doing Chaos Dervac, most of the, those that cleared it actually played with Groundbreaker build. So it's quite fun to see how everyone changed their voice and opinion regarding the Groundbreaker. I know there's a lot of people saying it costs so much SP and then you're gonna be auto-attacking, and I mean, yeah, that's what happens when you play with Groundbreaker. You do a burst damage in comparison to Void Slash, where you just do some sustained damage. In the long run, you are going to need to dodge a lot, and then obviously you want to try to burst as much as possible. You get most benefit with Holy Symbol as a Groundbreaker in comparison to Void Slash, for example. So always love and embrace Holy Symbol from your priest. Because you can just ground break 24/7 and you're dealing about 200k per hit. I do want to bring up something. Let's see. So in this image, we have some parsing here, and as you can see, I did not finish the whole run. It was more like a practice run for a group that I played with during closed beta 2, and this was for the official launch. Some of them were new, some of them have already experienced it. As you can see, I don't want to shame people for having low DPS or whatnot. Everyone is new, everyone's practicing. This is a practice run once again. And I was there to fill in. I don't mind helping players out and letting them get some experience with the fight. Try to guide them as much as possible. And that image was roughly, I forgot to take a screenshot with the timer, but I think it was for the first platform or second platform of Chaos Dervac. And yeah, as you can see, I've dealt 52 million. I was on top. Nothing new. Pretty interesting how I have a friend, well, the second person, Katz, was playing Priest at first in Close Beta 2, and now playing Assassin, and did pretty well for, or tried to catch up with the DPS. Obviously, they don't have plus 14 on their weapon. At least I don't think they had it in comparison to me. I have plus 14 weapons, so that also matters a lot. But yeah. I do hope that they don't mind. I haven't asked for the consent regarding the, the TPS meter. But then again, it's just a practice run, so I hope you guys don't, see it as a full run or whatnot, because we did not finish it, and this is just a practice run. So just to give you guys a estimation on how well I'm doing myself. But yeah. I don't think I have anything else to cover up. I mean, it is interesting. I would like to ask you guys, and you can leave a comment in the description below if you switched from Void Slash to Groundbreaker recently, or if you decided to, stick with your Void Slash, or if you have completed Chaos Raid yourself. For me, I haven't really finished it. I'm not, in a hurry with the gear. I do have enough gear score to reach Captain Mork or Captain Mach. I just don't want to bother to use up someone's slot or spot in the guild, because they do want to aim for the EU first and whatnot. So I'm not the best geared out Berserker out there, but if they do need some extra person, then feel free. They could invite me in Codex. But once again, I do plan on joining pugs, see how people are doing, and try to help out as much as possible, even though I don't get any equipments and not. Hopefully I'll eventually I'll get some legendaries, so I can start to gear up for Clock Tower, and I'll probably gonna make some videos about that. But for now, I would like to thank you guys for watching this video. I know it's not much to it. I'll leave the builds or the link to it on the description below, and obviously I will probably gonna have to upload a new video eventually about the Chaos Devorak clear, if I ever get one. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.